represent. We are Idol. Let's go!
어서 와. 방탄은 처음이지?
What's going on, Army? This is your boy Martin, aka Level here, back to date with another video. And ladies and gentlemen, I just kind of wanted to go over something that I knew was kind of a trending topic recently, something that I've definitely been seeing that I definitely want to talk about. And I'm a little late to it, but I want to get right into it. It involves BTS and the Super Bowl kind of talks that are going around right now, and kind of want to give you guys my opinion as well as get your guys' opinion. So feel free to leave that comment in the comment section down below, as well as hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel, as we are on our way to 20,000 subscribers. So show your boys some love, and let's get right into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is, this is a little bit late, but just a couple of days ago, about 9-10 days ago, Billboard actually uploaded a page here shortly right after the Super Bowl with Bad Bunny. I was watching the Super Bowl, but it actually distracted your boy from getting the light stick. I set some alarms and some reminders, and they didn't even go off. And I was distracted with family and friends and the Super Bowl. So let's just leave it at that, because otherwise there are going to be some tears falling from me in just a moment if I have to talk about me not being able to get my BTS light stick. But it's okay. Just breathe, Lauren, breathe. But I wanted to bring this first of all, I have my opinions of the Super Bowl. I wasn't particularly going for a specific team, but I guess if I had to choose, I'd rather have the Seahawks win it, and they did. I thought the Super Bowl kind of game itself between the Seahawks and the Patriots was a little bit boring. However, the big controversy, or the big topic of the Super Bowl, let's be completely honest, was Bad Bunny. And I want to sit here and say that if we're being completely honest, he wasn't my first pick. I don't think the boy did a bad job at all, and that's coming from somebody who is not a fan of Bad Bunny, if we're being completely honest. Not for any bad reasons, I just don't literally listen to his music. I mean, it's not necessarily that it's not my style, I just never really got around to it. But he did perform at the Super Bowl. He did a pretty fantastic job. You had lots of guest appearances from multiple different celebrities that were there, like Cardi B, Lady Gaga, as you can see here in the bottom of the screen. But I wanted to talk about this page because Billboard actually uploaded this onto their page on the 10th, and they created this article about who should headline the halftime show in 2027. Now, if we're being completely honest, they mention BTS here, and if you scroll down to the bottom, you can actually vote for all the people that are listed here. However, there is one name on here that isn't listed that would actually truly be my vote for 2027, and that is Chris Brown. I think BTS should have headlined the Super Bowl this year. Chris Brown should be next year. And the reason I say BTS should have done it this year is, one, I want to see the boys perform anytime they get the chance. With this being their comeback year, I think the Super Bowl halftime show would have been absolutely freaking nuts. To start off the year performing at the Super Bowl would be absolutely insane, and then an album drops the following month. Now, I know that was going to be a bit difficult for them because they've been preparing and or working everything there is to do around and surrounding their new album coming out in just a month, as well as the 1.5-year long tour that they are going to be on starting in March. Forewarning here, I just want to say that I want to acknowledge the fact that BTS, in my opinion, is bigger than the Super Bowl. I mean, if we're being completely honest, the kind of stature that matches exactly up with BTS would be like the World Cup, where multiple different countries come together for a specific sport, that being soccer and or football. Multiple different countries supporting their country, playing in one sport, soccer, for the World Cup. Now, that's something that I think is up to par with BTS, because if we're being completely honest, the Super Bowl is mega freaking huge. At this point in their careers, BTS is bigger than the Super Bowl. Now, if you guys remember, JK and the boys actually released a song called Dreamers for the FIFA World Cup back in 2022. And with it being the FIFA World Cup here now in 2026, to me, that's more up to par to the BTS standards. Not saying that performing in the Super Bowl would be a drop-off by any means. Trust me, if I can get to see BTS perform at the Super Bowl, that would be freaking amazing, because your boy's not the biggest fan of soccer, so I would watch them if they perform there. However, it'd be just better for me if they performed at the Super Bowl, because I'm already going to be watching. I'm a mega super football fan, right? However, when I go through these list of names here, you see Miley Cyrus, BTS, Blackpink, Taylor Swift, Jay-Z, Post Malone, Morgan Wallen, Lil Wayne, Drake, Harry Styles, and Justin Bieber. Now, out of all the names that are here listed, I have my personal opinions on who I would and wouldn't like to see perform. Obviously, my number one choice is BTS. After that would probably be Drake. Yes, even being a Kendrick fan, I'm a fan of Drake as well, just a even more, trust me, even more bigger Kendrick Lamar fan. I think seeing Justin Bieber would actually be pretty cool. Post Malone, absolutely. And it pretty much just stops there. If I can't get Chris Brown or BTS, those are the only other few names that I'm honestly interested in. So of course, if I wanted to participate in this poll, which is kind of fake, by the way, I mean, this isn't real. It's just they want the opinions of the public to see who would they like to see perform in next year's Super Bowl. And I haven't voted yet, so I'm going to vote. And of course, I'm gonna vote BTS. And wouldn't you know that BTS actually takes up 85.39% of the total vote. And then Blackpink, so actually 2 K-pop groups actually landed in the top 2, which is honestly pretty interesting. That tells me that people want to see pop and or K-pop in the next Super Bowl. Let's be real honest, the public wants BTS. Now, when it comes to this, BTS, in my opinion, has little to no chance of actually performing at the Super Bowl. Now, with the album coming out just 28 days away, I'm very excited and cannot wait for this album. However, with the BTS Comeback Live that will be showing on Netflix on March 21st, the official tour doesn't actually start until April 9th. And if you scroll the way down to the bottom here, you see March 14th, 2027. However, prior to that, is February when the Super Bowl does take place. However, as you can see right below me, next year's Super Bowl is actually taking place on February 14th, which is indeed Valentine's Day of next year, which low-key kind of sets everything up perfectly. The month of February, other than it being my birthday and like my mom's birthday and J-Hope's birthday, which happy late birthday, J-Hope. Make sure to go check out that live stream that we just did. It was absolutely crazy. Make sure to go check that out. Live stream reaction to J-Hope's birthday. But other than that, BTS has a history of releasing songs and or albums in the month of February. And with what they just did with kind of giving roses and stuff like that with What's Your Favorite Love Song, they gave roses out to ARMY and the Publix and stuff like that. You could go get your rose, have it wrapped up. With all that taking place, I mean, this sets up the perfect time for BTS to perform at the Super Bowl. It honestly is kind of It honestly kind of almost seems like fate, if we're being completely honest, on Valentine's Day for the group of boys who spread more love and positivity than anybody else on this earth. However, with it taking place on February 14th, you actually see here that they do have tours scheduled for the month of February. And because of this, I don't see this being possible at all. However, never say never when it comes to the boys of BTS. I've never doubted them, and I will never doubt them. It just almost seems a little unlikely. Because of their busy schedule, there's no way they're probably going to be able to do this. Like I said though, never say never. We never know. But I am curious to see what you guys have to say. Would you love to see the boys perform at the Super Bowl next year? Do you have the same opinion as me that they're pretty much bigger than the Super Bowl? It's not like we need the Super Bowl, and I absolutely agree with you. I just would love to see them perform at the Super Bowl, if we're being completely honest. I believe if BTS performs at the Super Bowl, they would have the greatest halftime show of all time. Just another win column for BTS, as if they're not already winning every single award and beating every other artist in every other major category. What better than to also add as the greatest performance of all time at the Super Bowl under their belt as well. And to be honest with you, I don't even know if they have any interest in it. I saw J-Hope's live stream and he kind of mentioned the fact of Bad Bunny performing at the Super Bowl, thought it was pretty cool, you know, and stuff like that, but he didn't go into any further detail regarding the Super Bowl. I just kind of figure I'd bring it up to you guys as to what you have to say, especially with the major shift in who everybody wants to see perform at the Super Bowl in 2027. I mean, even the comment section is filled with tons of hearts of people who want to see BTS. And actually, as you can see right underneath me, I don't know if you know this, but the person that is actually in charge of picking who performs at the Super Bowl is Jay-Z. Him and his entertainment company, Rock Nation, are actually in charge of who picks who's going to perform at each Super Bowl. Again, I gotta know your guys' opinion. What do you guys think about the boys performing at the Super Bowl? If they were to announce it, would you be thrilled? Would you be excited as much as I was? Do you care to see them perform at the Super Bowl? And what do you think about the entire public in favor of a BTS performing at the Super Bowl? Like I said, with the BTS comeback starting in less than just like 29 days, I'm very excited to see and happy to see all the love that BTS is getting outside of just armies. Now, trust me, there is hate, but there has been nothing but love and excitement from a lot of people, love and support for the boys and their return this year. I'm excited for it, and I know that you guys are as well. So again, leave your comments in the comment section down below how you feel towards this topic. Something usually out of my element, but something I just wanted to address with you guys, just something I wanted to pick your brain with, so don't get too mad at me, okay? I just wanted to see where you guys are at and what you guys are thinking on this possibly happening next year. A little unlikely, but you never know. Do me a big favor, but that's gonna go to right there. Do me a big favor, go ahead and hit that like button, comment down below, subscribe to the channel, as all these things help with the channel moving forward. And until next time, peace.